we engage this in a way I call promises, right? So we have a clinical culture promise, we have a leadership culture promise, and these are, yes, a literal document that says, here is what it means to be a good clinician at Dental Associates, a good leader. And by the way, every clinician is also a leader, and everyone could be a leader in the organization. And then by reviewing this document, and has tenets of who we are as an organization and what's important to us, and they sign it and they accept it. But the point of that is they understand that it's their mission now.
Mm.
And just giving someone the mission of understanding that you're not just there to be a manager, you're there to do these things that are helpful to the organization. Never squash the dreams of an employee. Listen to them. Try and bring people up. Don't bring them down. On
How
the
big
clinical
how big
side,
is that document? Because obviously you get into
one
dental,
page.
right? Okay, good. Yeah, I was gonna say because you can get into
One
dental,
page.
and I've seen stuff SOPs that are like you
Yep.
could go to the moon and back with them, right? And which is awesome. We need the documentation, but
Yep.
what you're talking about is more from a motivational, simplistic standpoint, and it's one
Mm-hmm.
page. And what would you have, like 3 or 4 main things that this is what it looks like to be excellent in this position?
Yeah, probably more like 15 to 20,
Okay.
but they're bullet pointed and they're aspirational in nature. Not to pull from my head too much here, but I will say that I like to look. I love protocol. I love
Yeah.
systems. I'm fascinated by how to make an organization more efficient. However, if protocol are the bricks of an organization, the cement is the culture, right?
Hmm.
So this is meant to give the cultural cement to take those protocols and know why you're doing
Yeah.
them, where they're coming from, where the new protocols of tomorrow are going to come from. And I really like to look at it in the sense that we have three main stakeholders: our people, our patients, and our providers. Yeah, they're all people, but the P's how to
Yeah.
work. And if we're worrying about all these participants, right, and making sure that we could talk about each one of those line items for a second. But if we never make a decision, we never roll out a protocol that violates one of those three things, one of those three promises to those three stakeholders, then we're always going to be good
Yeah. And
because we're going to make sure that we maintain it.
yeah, they're the guiding light that
Yep.
anchors everything in, and I think that that protects you too, right? Because if someone, because as you grow, you're going to get some bad leaders in there, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and when I say bad, I mean people who don't have good intentions, right? Or they maybe just don't believe in the mission, and they somehow snuck through, and they get into a position. Now I'm looking at my guiding light, right? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
going, and someone's telling me, no, do it this way. And I'm like, well, that violates number 7 for me. And it,
It's a
and
skew.
it
Yeah.
really protects you, right? Because now I have the power, even though this person might be over me, I have the power to push back a little bit and say, hey, no, because I have to make sure I'm doing these things no matter what the SOP or whatever the protocol says. I love that. That is a great help. It helps me, and I know that it'll help others as well.